Peace, family. We should be live right now. Father Rich back in the building. Haven't done a live stream in a little while. Probably about a week and a half or something like that. But I'm Doc. Peace, family. Thanks. I see y'all filling in the chat room right now. Peace to the family. Aziza, Ree, Kahari, Floyd, Sirasuit, DJ Bootleg, Spanish, Aloha. I hope I'm saying that right. Vivian Wright, Lanny Lavender. Yeah, everybody's coming in. I want to thank y'all for coming in the chat room. I'm with the living legend himself, Dr. Valentine. We're going to have a real good one tonight. Not too long because the doctor's going to be in New York and he's got some things that he wants y'all to attend virtually and in person. So nothing too long, but he has an important message for us. Before we get to the conversation with the good doctor, I want to play some ads from some brothers and sisters who have some amazing products. So let's get to that. I'm going to let y'all fill in the chat room, get your snacks or whatever else you got to do, and we'll be back shortly, family.
Young brother from the gutter, always been a fighter, never been a runner. Woo. Mama was a hunter, daddy was a hunter, all my brothers hunt each other. Woo. Known to knuckle up and uppercut a slugger, punch a snuffer, stunner, thugger, gunner, stutter, blood a sputter. You gon' do the Brooklyn, pucker, kinda drummer. Father thought I was a parasite in mama belly, but he had it wrong. He ain't know he had a spawn of a warlord till in 9 months I was born. Big, black, strong, body of LeBron, I'ma be a king, killing all the pawn. Better be informed when I blow the horn, bringing in the dust, waking up the dawn, looking at a card. Ooh. Prophesized by the shaman voodoo. Seen it all through the eye of Horus that I watch and view through. There was other warriors before me, but they not this brutal. All this money, but I'm not Maputo. You don't know me, you forgot, now you do. Shaka Zulu, Shaka Zulu, Shaka Zulu, Shaka Zulu. My name is Shaka Zulu.
All right, family. We are now back. Let me put the fly up on the screen. Like I said, the good doctor is going to be in New York this Sunday, July 21st. But I'm going to let him explain that. Dr. Phil Valentine. Oh, real quick, before I introduce the doctor, the video Shaka Zulu will be out this Friday, 8 o'clock. Tune into this channel. The world premiere Shaka Zulu Black Magic of Kambata this Friday, 8 o'clock. It will premiere the whole video. Moving on, Dr. Phil Valentine, welcome back, my brother. It's always a pleasure having you on here, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the kind invitation.
Indeed. Well, you're going to be in New York again. You're going to be in New York.
New York, the Big Apple.
Yeah, the Big Apple. Before we get into that, I think either was the last show I did with you or the show before that, you had a webinar. And I'm going to tell you, the word I'm getting on the street is that was one of the best webinars that people have seen in the last 5 years. And I told people, I said, well, you know, when I bring Dr. Valentine to New York to do a lecture, he comes more prepared than anybody I know. Like, your presentations are thorough. Dr. Valentine is mad if he only gets 3 hours. He could do 5 hours. And I'm talking about not bullshitting. I'm talking about hardcore information for 5 hours straight. So this brother ain't no joke. So it's not a surprise when people tell me, yo, this is the best webinar I've attended in the last 5 years. I expect that. I've always admired that about you. Your scholarship, it's not lazy at all. It's very thorough. So congratulations on the success. And from what I understand, they can still view it. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have I've sent over a link to the hyperdimensional warfare that we did, which is the webinar that had some corruption in it. And what we did was, because we promised that it would be oh, that's the little one. Hey, I've had a chance to see pictures of him too.
Yeah,
wow. I love it. I miss those kind of cries. Anyway, I do. Anyway, what I was going to say to you is that I have the hyperdimensional warfare is on tap. But because there was some corruption getting to the actual webinar, for people to get to the webinar, we have to fix that. But those who are going to be attending and those who wish to get the webinar as a primer for what's getting ready to occur on the 21st, just go ahead and register for it with the link that we sent. And with that link, you may have a, say 6 to 24 hour time frame before we send you the link for the webinar. So go ahead and register, and you may get a notice from our webmaster stating that they're working on it and that they should be getting you that link within 6 to 24 hours. So please go right ahead and do the registration for the webinar, Hyperdimensional Warfare, which is the primer to the Dark Matter Think Tank coming up this Sunday, the 21st. And of course, we also added another link, brother, that we could talk about a little further on down. The webinar, my next big webinar, 5 hours and more, is going to be the 11th of August. And there's also a link there for you to register for that as well. The link for the registration of the webinar on the 11th is for those who wish to get the discount up until, I believe, the 1st or 2nd or 3rd of August. It goes all the way to the 1st or 2nd or 3rd of August, and then it goes up by $10. So please come in, spread the word, let everybody know this is going to be very important. It's called the Pettivore Parallax, and this is going to be the part 2 to what I did in New York, and it's the upgrade and the update of what I could not add to the actual webinar itself. So please, everyone, check out the links that brother Rich. you need a minute, brother.
Yeah, give me 1 second, Doctor. Keep talking to the family. Give me 1 second, all right?
Okay, yeah. So for those of you who attended my lecture in New York, there were pieces of information. There's pieces. I love it. There's pieces of information that had to be upgraded. Fam, this is the way we do it. It's all live. Okay. Everybody, all right. I love it. Anyway, so the lecture that I did, everybody's now seeing what's happening with this dude, Epstein. Well, for those of you who were here at least 3 or 4 years ago, and those of you who were there at Brother Rich's last webinar, you saw I did something called the Pettivore Parallax. And that particular thing, again, some people say it was way ahead of its time. It's not really was ahead of its time. We were speaking about this for years. It's only now coming to the forefront. So what I would like everyone to understand is that this next lecture coming up is going to be talking about our children and the danger and the perils that our children have been in, and especially with this new vaccination laws, the new laws that they can kill your children even after they're born. All these laws now that are coming out that essentially are to take away your rights to have your own DNA belong to you. So we're going to speak about all that and the different technologies that are going to be ready for us, and we have to be ready to deal with the countermeasures to that. So the last lecture I did, the last webinar I did set up the countermeasures, did give you options for you to prepare yourself. This one is to let you know all of what it is you're going to be not hearing in the news that they're now digging up on this dude named Epstein and all of the people, at least half of Congress. He has the tapes on at least half of the U.S., the American Congress, and the British royalty, all on tape, violating, killing, eating, blood drinking, the whole 9 yards. The dirt's about to come to the surface, and we're going to prepare you for that on the 11th.
Whew. Oh, man. Yeah, I knew there was something deeper. I mean, yo, Phil, you be on it. Like, when I say you be on it, you be on it. Like, yo, I'm going to tell you, a couple of people was a little frustrated because they noticed you kept talking about the agenda as far as, to confuse the agendas, the agenda to confuse the agenda. And I got people calling me now saying, yo, now I see why Dr. Valentine was doing what he was doing. It all makes sense now. So, like, listen, man, this dude here, man, when I say give people flowers while they're alive, like literally, we see this man say things and then it comes to fruition, man. So make sure you support this brother. He has an event coming up this Sunday. He has webinars that he's doing. I hope the brother continues to do webinars. And also the brother has a Cash App. So what I'm going to do right now is, give me a second. I'm going to put his Cash App information. Yeah, I just put his Cash App information in the chat room. So you go to Cash App, $Sanu7. But anybody who's bringing you information before the so-called news gets the information, we got to take care of them people. We got to take care of them people. I mean, any culture would. We can't live in a backwards culture where we have our researchers, our scholars, who's telling us things before the mainstream, which he's been telling us things before the mainstream's been telling us. We have to take care of these people. So make sure you support this brother and everything that he's doing. He's on top of his game. He's been on the top of his game for decades, and that's very hard to do. So I salute the brother. And I want to start out by saying, Dr. Valentine, what exactly, when you say, and I stepped out for a second, so I don't know if you touched on this, but when you use the term dark matter think tank, and we're talking about the resurrection of dark matter think tank, what exactly is that we need to be a part of this dark matter think tank?
Well, the phrase was coined. I remember how I brought that to the people, and I believe somebody, I don't know how it came about, but the phrase dark matter think tank came up as a result of me studying the think tanks that the U.S. government, the U.S. intelligence agencies use in order to study the behavioral patterns of people. And what they do is, how you undermine a people is to understand, first of all, how they think, how they communicate, what it is they do with their money and their resources, how they actually direct their resources. So what you're doing essentially, as I said in my first webinar, the webinar that we're getting ready to put up for you, that we did before, is that there is a war. This is a silent weapons for quiet wars. So this is done. What you were reading in that book is actually the brainchild of think tanks that come together and study the behavioral patterns of people, all the way from sexual patterns, eating patterns, educational patterns, entertainment patterns, all of that. And the dark matter think tank essentially was using a way of us going into the dark, so to speak. In other words, not putting our information out into the general public, but putting it out to a point where we would entice people to want to know more, so that we would go into enclaves where we could speak privately to one another about strategizing about how we're going to do what we need to do to uplift our people. So the dark matter think tank actually also was emulating that word dark matter at the time, where everybody was saying, oh, dark matter, what's dark matter? And science was pushing that on the screen. So I said, well, if we're dealing with dark matter, metaphysically, dark matter is actually that material from the etheric zones of our reality that constitute the potential energies that we could tap into. So if I'm saying the dark matter think tank, and I'm using their phraseology, I'm actually using it as its meaning and its context to deal with what we think about as far as being in the metaphysical underground. It's the same thing. Dark matter think tank, metaphysical underground. It's just a dovetailing of the metaphysical underground. So we invite people to deal with the dark matter think tank as we are going to do it this Sunday. And we're going to be speaking about things that are personal, that are commercial, that are essentially dealing with how you're going to deal with your money, how you're going to deal with your health, how you're going to deal with your mind first. Because the exploration of the mind essentially is missing in the educational system. It's just about training and indoctrinating you to be able to sustain yourself in a job. They've taken away what we used to call the liberal arts, The liberal arts used to be about expanding your mind, questioning all of what it is you're being taught so that you get fresh perspectives with each generation. Not today. They are cookie-cutting information, and they're giving you this SJW, social justice type of warrior, whereas feminists are telling you you're going to have to learn women's studies before you can graduate. No, I don't need to know all about that, because 9 times out of 10, most of what they're teaching you in college is simply to delay you from getting into the workforce, because the workforce is saturated, which is why PhDs are flipping burgers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So college is not necessary for success. James Brown could tell you that. There's thousands of people who dropped out of college because college is an orientating or orientational process where they keep you out of the workforce until such time as the workforce in place dies off, is fired, things of that nature, so that they can fill that space with what is the new thought. So there's a whole new thought construct for every child that is graduating 4 years. So after 4 years, I graduate at a specific level of consciousness. The next child graduating in 4 or 5 years is thinking a whole new pattern and makes me obsolete. So that's the game plan, to keep making, in other words, planned obsolescence. So no, college is not the be-all and end-all. The education system is saturated with women today because they want women to be in that particular place, since women are more supportive energies, whereas men are more about ripping things down and changing them. Those in power don't want that. They want to maintain men at a specific level of thinking and activity, which is why they're enhancing this cooperative female energy in men, which is turning out more of the jobs are going, the high-level jobs are going to gay men who are more into participation instead of, taking over stuff and ripping things down to build up again. So I know I'm kind of running it off and letting you know, but this Sunday, it's going to get deep. Just bring your pads and pen, because you can't take any recordings in this one.
Let me ask you, Dr. Valentine, in this age, people look for motivation from different places, and I noticed a lot of people were happy about a speech Tyler Perry gave at the BET Awards, because he talked a lot about ownership and it's time to own our own culture. But he also talked about how he had to wear a dress to get where he had to get. Could you talk to me about, I guess, that whole process of, I guess a lot of people in Hollywood had to put on a dress, or a lot of people feel as though they have to sacrifice a certain level of integrity to get the bag, to get what they really want to get. What should our approach be in terms of moving forward? Should we, do we have to strategize? Should we sacrifice a certain level of integrity? What should be our mindset moving forward, Dr. Valentine?
Well, again, the people who are controlling the money are controlling the perception of power.
Okay.
But the power is with the people. It's just that we have not been convinced enough to know that. Only a few of us, but the few who know. Those tigers in the bush that Marcus Garvey spoke about, only us know, but we're so far and few in between, and we're getting less and less with each generation who is getting their face kind of absorbed into their iPods and into their phones. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult to get them all together, because the need for us to gather as a people is being taken from us through cyber technology. People don't have to gather together to communicate anymore the way we actually fed on each other's energy. Now you access a face right there on a screen. There is this separation. There is this celluloid plastic separation between us, that now we are in these individual zones or units of consciousness, whereas we're supposed to be coming together for collective consciousness. We can't do that. We do have a kind of cyber consciousness, but now it's being monitored at a level far more intrusive than back in the days of Marcus Garvey. Back in the days of Marcus Garvey, when you get black folks and we shut down, and you wipe and clean out all microphones or any of the people we are actually speaking outside of the purview of those who wish to monitor everyone who want to group together to change things. Today, everything is up on Facebook, which is a CIA concoction, which is a military intelligence concoction. So how do you actually gather together and say, here's what we need to do? Do we teach our sons to start wearing dresses? Why? It ain't us teaching them to do that. Men in the house don't teach boys to dress like that. The only people that's teaching them to do that is the cyber father or the electronic parent that our children are now connected to.
Right.
And they're feeding on that.
Mm. The cyber father. Wow. I like that, how you phrase that. The cyber father. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. You know, a lot of, you talk about feminism and, the impact they're having on, the sisters these days. What message would you have for the sisters out there? There's a lot of sisters that listen to this program. Sometimes they may think you come down hard on them, but we're in an era where plastic is everywhere. Black women are getting more face jobs, ass jobs, boob jobs, fat sucked out of their belly, fat sucked out of here, sucked out of there, wasted, all types of. I mean, I've never seen nothing like that. And a lot of women, they'll tell you, this is my body. I could do what I want with it. Why the hell are you so worried about my body?
Right.
Talk to our culture, Dr. Valentine. We damn sure need some advice from an elder.
Well, I'm not sure what to tell the young sisters today or the young brothers at this point. I know what to tell them if they're ready to listen. Mm-hmm. But a lot of our young people today have been told they don't need to listen. Right. Remember, the whole strategy of taking over the minds of our children started back in the 60s when a movie called Porgies hit the screen. Most people don't know what that movie meant to actually change the perception of authority in our society, or movies such as that. Porgies essentially showed authority, like your father, your mother, the teacher, and so forth, as imbeciles, as fools, as people that can be easily tricked by the smarter young people. And during that time, there was a man named Theodore Adorno who was dealing with an institute over at Stanford University. And Theodore Adorno, along with Rothschild, who created the Beatles and brought them over, did their own think tank again and came up with the resolution that we needed to separate the youth from the adults in their lives, because that would be easier. It would be easier for us to groom the future we want by making sure the children are estranged from their parents. So where we got Leave It to Beaver, and the father and the mother were this staple in the family where the children took the wisdom from them, their elders. Now the wisdom came from amongst themselves based upon what was fed to them in the entertainment genre. So once that happened, once the children began to feel that they were smarter than their adults, it was easier for them to create a niche for that age group. And that's when the teenager was born. There were no such things as teenagers back in the 50s and going into the early 60s.
Wow.
That was a creature that was created in order to estrange them. Then they gave them their own culture. They began taking black music or race music, and the race music would then spread for the white children. They began to get the spirit, because most of our music came out of the church, came out of our own feelings, the blues, so forth. And the white children began going across the tracks to get their groove, to get their shot of soul. And so race music began to be the foundation for them to now nurture a whole crop of this creature called the teenager and give them an identity separate from their parent, because then the parent would then give them the wisdom, give them their own family's tradition. They didn't want any connection to family. You see what feminism and communism and socialism and the rest of this Marxism did? It was about estranging the children from the parents, because the parents were too old and they're old thinking and so forth. When you have all of these years of wisdom are now told that that's a fool. That's an old fool. He doesn't know. He does. You made fun of him. You make fun of her, and the elders are the ones now were relegated to the category of buffoons or obsolete. And so from that point forward, they began to nurture this teenager into this new kind of entity that would then follow the stream through entertainment, because remember, they began to blow entertainment up with Elvis Presley and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and these creatures who are actually playing black music, really in a sorry ass way. But what happened was they were cultivating that mindset. So today, it's very easy for children to be estranged from their parents because they have this venue prepared for them. And they always do it with the music. They stole our music. They stopped it at Earth, Wind, and Fire. And they created this other niche that separated us completely. But when hip-hop came, hip-hop was continuing the reality of what the elders were doing. That had to stop. So they stepped in. They had their own think tank back in California that said we needed to get this prison industrial complex up so that we could control the mindset of the new generation. And rap was born. So most people don't understand what is really happening to us when we start speaking about how do we talk to our young ladies. How do we tell them to stop taking things and shoving it in this and putting that there, blowing them up, and then painting their eyebrows to look like essentially the new eyebrows that goes all the way upside your forehead? You know who that was taken from? I told you that in the last webinar that I did, in the last lecture that I did. That's them dealing with the cross-dresser, with the transsexuals and the transgenders, the men who with the RuPaul and them have to exaggerate this female. They just go completely off, and they have the makeup. The makeup you see the women doing today. Those were the gays that taught the women how to make up like that. So the women are following gay men in their choices for their social consciousness with makeup and so forth.
Wow, that's a woman following a gay man as far as how to look beautiful. Isn't that something?
Indeed. RuPaul and his ilk and those people set the stage, set the pattern. I used to be, I used to go with a sister named Jennifer Lewis. Some people may know her. She's a star in Hollywood. And before she became a star in Hollywood, she used to be a Broadway star. And we used to go to the shows, and behind stage, nothing but gays. And the ones who did the makeup, nothing but gays. And the way that you hear them speaking, let me see, you go, Miss Thing, or hey, Miss, hey, girl, and that's all the gays used to talk to each other like that. Miss Thing is a gay man, a flaming gay talking to another flaming gay. So most of the ways that gay men talk to each other is what they learned from their mothers or the women in their lives, and they just pass that on. And then all the women who never had that, it's just the way that the culture now has been polluted. And we don't have that what we call it, that generational passing of the torch. We do remember, as we grow older, these people that you're talking about, the young women talking about, watch, they go all the way out into left field. And then after they start hitting that wall, when they start getting into their 20s, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and nothing's been happening in their lives, and that wall keeps coming closer before they hit it, and they start seeking that knowledge, and they start seeking like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I need to kind of curb and try to find a way to behave so that I begin to start feeling happy again. And I tell you, I keep telling you, young people, especially the men and the women, it's a natural thing. It's an energy. Men seek power, and to seek power, they give love. Women seek love, and to seek love, they give power. But that exchange is no longer used. They don't know that. They think that it's women thinking about giving up power to a man that they find to be their own. I can't find me a good man. Well, we can't find a good woman either. Okay? So you keep talking about there ain't no good men out there. Hey, listen, maybe there's some good women. Remember, they put the power in your hands, sister. Think about that. You have the power. You talk about male privilege? No, men don't have privilege. Go down to the court system, the family court system, and see how much privilege men have.
Shit.
Okay,
None.
you can. You have none. You can choose to have a child or not. You have the last say on whether or not you have a child or not, or you can tell him that you're going to have the child and he can't do anything about it. Why is that? Why is it that he doesn't want it and you want it and you're keeping it, and that's 18 years of his life? And women are doing that. There are things right now that women are doing that ain't cool. And they know that. And the ones who defend it and say that, okay, they kind of keep the responsibility only on the man. Very few women really understand about taking responsibility for actions, especially actions that have become passe, or not passe, but matter of fact in today's genre of behavior. So no, the men, they got to step up. I've always said that. You never heard me not say that men have to step up. But when a good man comes into your life, just because he don't have the credentials, he don't have the money, he ain't stepping out of nothing with spinners or nothing like that. If he's a good man, if he's a carpenter, if his fingernails are dirty at the end of the day, but he's a good man, women today don't look at that. You can check it out. Look at what they go for, and you can go up there and look at the housewives of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and all of these reality shows, and you see these women walking around their house in this pancake makeup as if that's natural. That's the way they walk around the house every day. No, they don't. But they're giving you this virtual reality of what reality is supposed to look like, and women, as well as men, in their own particular code of in the operational genre, we are buying into that crap. We have not shut down the cyber reality in our lives to get to the real reality within it. We don't even know how to talk to one another anymore. We don't know how to have a conversation unless we get into our iPad and say, okay, what is a conversation? Well, how do I talk to a man? How do I talk to a woman? We need to get the electronic big brother. We tap into the matrix to try to find out how to be human.
I think that's
insane.
I think that's a big problem in Asia. I think they say the men don't even want to have sex with the woman no more.
You know why? Because it's all in the women's favor. They did that purposely. They did it purposely. To put the power in the woman's hand is to control the man, not to control the woman. The state is the actual husband to the woman. That's why they're not getting married today. It's not financially advantageous to young men today to commit, though a lot of them are committing. I kudos to that. There are beautiful relationships out there. But generally, this next generation, they're gone something they call MGTOW, men going their own way. Why? Because women today are not really looking to settle down in the ages when they're the most fertile. They take the ages from 18 to 25 to 26, and they just do their thing. And if you know what I mean, I don't want to sound crass, but just like the guys, if the guys are out there getting it for free, they could say, if you're getting the milk for free, why you want to buy the cow? Mm-hmm. So this is the type of thing. We don't have those restraints that the fathers used to put on their daughters and their sons. And the fathers used to put the constraints on their mothers, and the mothers of the daughters used to put the constraints on the son. Mm. And we don't have that yin-yang energy anymore in the family structure to teach responsibility. A woman's hymen is her gold. That is her greatest treasure. Today, they said, that ain't nothing. The hell with it. Listen, this is my thing. I'm going to go ahead. You go ahead and get yours, girl, because you don't know you're going to be with one man. No, you don't understand. That hymen is protected for a reason. That vaginal cavity is protected for a reason. Any sperm that gets in there, the first set of sperm that gets into that vagina after that hymen is broken, mm-hmm. You have changed her blood signature energy for her life. Mm. For life. That's why in my book, The Wounded Womb, I speak about certain men who have been with women who've had, copious amounts of men or have been with certain men while they were with their husbands and so forth. And if she had a deeper and more abiding emotional connection to that man, the baby that she has for her husband will look like the man she's having that relationship with.
Damn. I remember you said
that's how deep it gets.
Deep. Yeah.
That's right. That's how deep it gets. And that's why sometimes fathers will look at the kids, why does child don't look like me? And look at over 13, they're counting it up, my brother. There's over 13 million men. There was a consensus done.
Uh-huh.
And it's in my book too. And that was back in the day. Back then, there were 13 million men that they said were actually raising children that were not their own, and they didn't know it.
Shit.
Okay, so when I see that's the thing now. All of what women did, because women were so sacred, they could do all kind of things that women knew. There was a women's secret society back in the old days. Today, because women wanted to be equal, all their dirt is out. The mystery of woman is what draws a man to them. They don't have mystery anymore. All the mystery is gone. So women, essentially, that thing that we treasured and precious, the one we chased, the one we killed for, they don't care anymore. Why? Because the women don't have that same mystery anymore. They don't.
Damn, when you said that, when you read that statistic, 13 million, as I think about, I'm thinking about somebody, a cousin in my family. I'm thinking about somebody in my, just people I know. And there's always speculation that, I don't think that's so-and-so's kid. So, so you that, man, shit, you on the money with that. You on the money with that.
Well, you remember I did this back in 1996.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shit, what's that? 2006, 2016. That's 23 years ago, Doc. That's 23 years ago, Doc.
Yeah. So you got to remember now. This is the thing. I don't look like we're coming down on us. But you got to remember that if the society, in their attempts to control men, because they know that men are the greatest threat to the power structure. So men have to be turned into gelding. Their scrotum they have to be neutered. And the way you neuter a man is to take away his ability to acquire power. Women don't need to acquire power. Power is always bestowed on them. They get it secondhand. That's why there are so many different programs for women. Most of the men, check this out, single men, the largest demographic for homelessness are single men. Okay? The largest demographic for people who die on the jobs are men. The largest demographics for people who commit suicide are men. You don't see or hear none of that in the feminized media, but you will hear constantly all types of different helps for women. That is so unbalanced that it has to be something that's a tactical measure used and implemented in the society. So it's not that we don't want to be with our women. The society nurtures the worst in women and allows them to take advantage of that particular tactic. And men are saying, I'm tired of that. I can't go there. I can't see my son. I can't see my daughter. I can't see my children, but I'm still paying for them. Well, if you get this and you cheated on me, what does that have to do with it? It's not between me and my children. So yes, women have learned economic extortion. Those women. I'm not talking about the women who are righteous, who let the men see their children, good men especially. If they can't get together, whatever it is, whatever grown-up issues that happen between them, that's another thing. But if that child wants to see his father and you're not dogging him in his voice, you just like, let's see a young boy. The young boy with the father's face and a mother who hates the father. You think about that. Okay? So there's a lot right now to relationships that have been perverted, mutilated. That very sacred thing that draws us together to one another. The mystery that we see when we look at a woman in her youth, a woman, they screw away their youth from 18 to 26. They're just not getting married. They're looking for the next man. They're looking for the next career. They're doing everything that the society told them that they must do to be of worth, which is nonsense. And they've bought into that for the last 25, 30, no, the next 60 years. But I think that there's going to be a quickening. The next crop, the next generation is going to probably see the error of the ways that their mothers and grandmothers, and for that time, have been played. Because it's obvious today that a lot of the young women have not seen that they've been played by feminism. Feminism still works and you could tell that feminism is losing influence, their relevance. They got to really start nitpicking, like you're mansplaining if you try to reason something out with somebody, as if the woman is supposed to know it right away. I know it, so you don't have to mansplain me. Or women going around telling men that you're manspreading, because you have balls that you can't squeeze your legs together because it's uncomfortable. You have to sit a certain way. But you're manspreading and all these little nitpicking nonsense that is essentially what to keep the relevance of feminism alive, because feminism is dead, but it doesn't know it's dead yet. It's a zombie. It's a walking dead. It's a corpse that's still standing upright.
Wow, Doc. Yeah, I didn't want to go too deep tonight, man. We got almost about 1,000 people in the chat room. Brothers and sisters, I don't know. Yeah, I'm once again family for those who came in late. I want to thank everybody for being in the chat. We got the living legend, Dr. Valentine, on the show. He's going to be in New York, July 21st. Make sure you did. All the information is on the screen for that. Also, he has some webinars that he did. Webinars that he cannot even do on YouTube at this time that we live in, because YouTube will take it down. So this is information that you're guaranteed not to get on YouTube. It's in the description bar. It says it's Dr. Phil Valentine link, and then the link is right under there. But I advise everybody, if you want information that's banned from social media, information that you, your children, and everybody else should be aware of, I advise everybody to click on that link. Also, the doc has a Cash App. We got to make sure we support our scholars and our researchers, and Doc has been doing that. He just gave me stats that he broke down 23 years ago in 1996. So, I mean, the brother's been doing it for a long time. Let's give everybody their flowers while they're alive. Once again, I'm going to, let me take the time here, Doc. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put this directly in the chat, this Cash App. All right. Yeah, I put Dr. Valentine's Cash App in the chat. It's $Sunu. That's SUNNU 7. Make sure you support the brother. I'm going to make sure I send the brother something tonight. I'm going to make sure I support the brother by promoting whatever he got going on from now on. And with that being said, Dr. Valentine, wow, I mean, you're going to be in New York this Sunday. I don't want to give him too much, but we got 1,000 people in here, so I don't want to just end it so abruptly, my brother. But is there anything else you want to, tell?
I'll tell you. I'll leave you with this tidbit. Real sweet something. Y'all had a blackout lately, didn't you?
Yes, like 2 days ago.
That was part of the war. Y'all got a taste of the war that's getting ready to come down.
Oh, let me say this real quick. It was the same day that the blackout happened. I think they said 40 years ago or something like that.
42 years
right,
ago. That's right. That 42 is a serious number, too. 42nd president is who? Bill Clinton.
Wow.
He getting ready to get torn down. Now, see, what people don't know that there was a drone flying over New York right before that bad boy went blank. And the reason why they did that, supposedly, was that at 1600 or 33 Broadway, that's supposedly where the Clinton Foundation was. And there's some tunnels under there that this elite commando group, the FBI, called the Critical Incident Response Group. They shut down the lights and everything else because that place has these state-of-the-art, I'm talking about defenses, killer defenses, lasers that kill. That underground there at 1633 Broadway. And what they got was this drone. There's this drone. I forgot the name of the drone. It has the acronym CHAMP, CHAMP. And the CHAMP drone hit New York, that part of New York. They have this targeted beam, EMP weapon that can shut down areas and leave other areas lit. So they got into the grid for 1633, and they hit it, that area around Times Square, around Broadway, with an EMP. And I think CHAMP is, let me try to remember. CHAMP is, wait a minute, how to say it? Counter electronics, high-powered microwave advanced missile project, CHAMP. And the CHAMP weapon is what shut down New York so that this elite SWAT team, for the FBI SWAT team, went in to get the records of the Clinton Foundation, where all the dirt for everybody. I mean, Epstein got everybody's stuff, and they got stuff there in that particular building, but they had to shut down the electronics that actually fed the guarding the area, that fed the places where all the sensitive stuff is down under them tunnels. So you have to know. And the funny thing is, they left the place where the American flag was. They left that lit up. All of Broadway is blacked out, but the flag is lit up.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So they got to get ready, because I mean you got at least half of Congress is compromised. They even have some congressmen who are good congressmen who wanted to get up in the levels of power. If you want to ascend the levels of power in the deep state, you had to be filmed doing something perverted. So there were a lot of people forced. Say they have people who were very popular with people. They put a gun to their family's head and said, if you don't have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old and we don't actually film it, we'll kill your family.
Shit.
And so most of the Congress, most of the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party, compromised. Your girl Pelosi, even Pelosi's daughter came out and said, listen, there's people now that Epstein got arrested. Now that he said even our best friends are going to be implemented indicated in this, or implicated. I'm sorry, that's the word, implicated. But you got to remember too, now they're getting after this dude named Acosta, because Acosta let him go down here in Florida when he was arrested. This dude had a sweetheart deal. He would leave for the day and then come back and sleep in jail and then leave in the morning.
Wow.
Okay? So it wasn't Acosta that actually set him free. He's taking the weight, but it's not him. It was Robert Mueller. Because we found out that your boy Epstein is intelligence. He ain't no broker. He was set up by this dude Wexler to be the person with $1 billion, because his only client was Wexler, his mentor. And he set up the places. They gave him all this property, all this stuff to build up these places, these dungeons, and had all these cameras, and they filmed all these people with underage children, and they had it over them. That's how the Mossad, that's how the CIA, and that's how these two intelligence agencies, the FBI, and I'm talking about the deep state, who are in there with them. That's how they controlled the narrative. And this is the funny part. Y'all be hating, but that's when Trump came in. Why you think Trump? Why you think 18,000 arrests for child sex trafficking since he came into office? 18,000. And they're getting ready to say that he's down with it. Okay, I'm waiting to see where it is because he's he say, oh, this is really a good guy. You know, Trump likes to play that New York style bullshit. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. Yeah, I like him. He's a nice guy. Yeah, likes them young girls though. You know, that's what he play you.
Yeah.
So I ain't a Trump supporter because I don't trust Democrats, but you got to look at the game. You got to check the game and bet on the game. Don't bet on the man. Bet on the game and watch how the game is being played. Trump is playing them. Okay? He's going to be elected. He's going to be reelected. And when he gets reelected, that's when everything crashes. And we're going to talk about that on Sunday.
Whew, shit. What a way to close it out. Damn. Shit, I got to say shit. I'm sorry, family. I'm sorry. Damn, what a way to close. Yo, family. Y'all better be there. Son, it don't get better than this, family. No, I'm sorry. It don't get better than that. You're not going to get research like that in our community and just information like that. Make sure y'all there. Sunday, July 21st, Resurrection of the Dark Matter Think Tank. Everything can't be said online at this point. Dr. Valentine has webinars that aren't going to be nowhere on social media at this point. It's time that we keep some things offline. And besides that, they're coming down on certain information because it just is what it is at this time. So once again, I want to thank Dr. Phil Valentine. Wow, this was an explosive interview. Go tell your friends, share this link to as many people as possible. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends exactly what's going on. This is going to be a historic event this Sunday. You heard what the brother said about the the blackout that just happened in New York City. He's going to go into all types of things, man. So I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy it. Call King Simon for more information, 347-496-1022. I believe you could, let me see if there's a website. You can go to kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/events for information as well. But with that being said, Dr. Valentine, do you have any more contact information you want to leave the people?
I really appreciate that, brother. Yes, for those of you who are not in New York, California, Washington State, Mississippi, and West Virginia, and I'm very sorry, unless you really want to fight, we do have, I am still doing the vaccination exemption package for those in those states where you can still fight, and mostly it's in those red states. So you can call 800-847-1291. Again, 800-847-1291. And for those of you who are looking to enhance their health or to at least get on the path towards health, and it's very vital. The reason why I got all this hot air to give to you, and I can keep up and speak for 11 3/4 hours, which I hold a record for, is because I deal with a specific product called Juice Plus. Juice Plus. You've got to get on this. It's as vital as the information that I'm giving to you. If you were at the webinar that we did initially at the first one, which is the one we're going to put up there as the primer, you know that we talked about Juice Plus. Please get in contact with us at 800-847-1291 and think about it. Talk to my wife, Dr. Nalani Valentine. She will put you on to this particular product, and you can get it for free for your children who's above the ages of 4. If you become a member and you start becoming a participant in our Juice Plus family, if you have a child 4 years of age or over, if a single adult participates and becomes a member, their child can get it for free. And we have over 2 million children on this free program right now. So any other things like consultations, if they want to deal with natural healing consultations or metaphysical consultations, they can call 800-847-1291. And also our university. In fact, during this time, up until the following week after the 21st, we are actually taking in registrations for the summer semester of our university. And we're dealing with metaphysical psychology. A lot of what we're going to be at least touching and surface of on the 21st is what we get busy on really deep in the university. So that's another one you can actually participate in. Again, 800-847-1291. And I also want to say this, Brother Rich, thank you very much for giving us this platform, for the platform for the elders. This is something that is sorely needed. You, Brother Black Dot, our brother King Simon, and other brothers that are out there, other sisters that are out there giving platforms to the elders. This is the way we keep the continuity. So your brother's saying to support me, hey, support Brother Rich and Brother King Simon and those brothers who are bringing the real information to you, uncut, straight, no chaser. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. See you Sunday.
See you.
Peace.
Okay.
All right, family. That was Dr. Phil Valentine, man. That was powerful, wasn't it, y'all? That was powerful, man. Doc be saying something. Wow. When he went in on that blackout and he went in on Epstein and shit, the buildings that the Clintons in New York, 633 Broadway. Oh, man, Dr. Valentine went in, man. Shout out to Dr. Valentine. What's good, family? Y'all see I've been laying low from YouTube, man. I've been doing some things and creating realities within my mind that is getting ready to manifest. But it's good to be here. It's good to talk to y'all. As y'all know, I got this album with Cambada that's about to come out. You know, music is hands down, the most effective thing in the world. And I was talking to Red Pill. I was interviewing Red Pill yesterday, matter of fact. And Red Pill was saying how one verse is more powerful than 30 lectures. And when you really think about it, a verse, 16 bars, for that to be more impactful in the minds of our people than 30 lectures, I mean, that says a lot, man. That says a lot about the power of our music. If we see how our children learn, we try to teach them till we blue in the face, and then all of a sudden we teach them in the form of a song, then they just get it. You know what I'm saying? There's something about music that, is undeniable. You know what I'm saying? We're musical people. As I talk right now, my cells are dancing inside my body. Energy, when everything vibrates. You got to study the hermetic laws of the universe. Nothing is at rest. My cells are vibrating right now in like sacred geometrical shapes. It's like deep. They're like, what's that? The dodecahedron and the octahedron, all them shapes, the platonic solids. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like your cells is literally vibrating in the forms of platonic solids right now as we speak. So yeah, it's some deep stuff, man. But make sure y'all tune in Friday. Yeah, Shaka Zulu, Jay Thomas. Make sure you're tuning in Friday for the release of the video. I'm following this Master P blueprint for financial independence. We have a unique way, a never before seen, am I saying that in a dyslexic way? A never seen before way. Am I saying that right, fam? Never before seen or never seen before. I think it's never seen before. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have a never seen before way of releasing this album. The actual album is gonna drop next Friday, the 26th. We're gonna have the album listening session like we did for the last album. But pre-orders are available for this unique way that we're delivering this album. It's going to be limited edition, collector's edition. This deluxe package. It's absolutely amazing. Y'all going to be thoroughly impressed. It's something y'all going to have with y'all for the rest of your lives. It's absolutely amazing what we're doing right now, me and Cambada. I'm very proud. But the Shaka Zulu video will premiere this Friday in 2 days. That's on the 17th? What day is that? No, today's the 16th. So we'll premiere on the 19th. Yeah, that's the 19th. 8 p.m. So make sure you're tuning into this channel 8 p.m. for the premiere of Shaka Zulu video. Spent a lot of money on the video. The budgets was big. We really, we understand our people are visual and they want to, they have to see. They want to see some good looking shit to appreciate it. So, we invested in ourselves. I don't want to say spend. You should never say spend when you're a businessman. We invested in ourselves because anything you invest comes back. So we didn't spend anything. We invested in ourselves. And, I'm very proud of the work I put in, man. Very proud, very, very proud. I put my all family 100% into that. So wanted to say that, Let me see what y'all talking about in here. Make sure y'all go to the lecture if you're in New York. Make sure y'all go to that Dr. Valentine's webinar and check that out, because that's banned from YouTube information right there. You know, I think I'll talk to you about that later. But how do we get in on the pre-order? It's going to be available on Friday. The link is going to be available on Friday. The website is blackmagicmusic.com. We're going to go independent. It's probably going to be available on iTunes within a month, but we're going a different route from the average artist. So you could go straight to our website and get the get the album. That's blackmagicmusic.com. It's not on there now, but pre-orders will be available this Friday, and next Friday it will officially be released. We're gonna have an album release party. It's gonna be live stream, so it's gonna be crazy. Y'all could tune in next Friday for that, for the album listening session, and we're gonna play every track from the album so y'all could get a taste of it. But it's gonna be crazy, y'all. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let me see what y'all talking about though. I'll probably be on here for about 10 more minutes. Let me see what y'all talking about. What y'all talking about in the chat? I see, first thing I see is ADOS. Raw facts, yeah. Shout out to the ADOS movement, ADOS movement. Made big. They disrupted the Democratic Party big time. They thought they had all the black voters under a spell. And then here comes the ADOS with their thing, Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks, Tariq Nasheed, and whoever else who has been dealing with that. We all have a piece of the puzzle. We all contribute something, and I appreciate what those brothers and sisters contributed to the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Genocide. I don't have genocide. I gotta ask Dr. Valentine. He has it. I don't even know if he's selling it yet. I gotta ask him about that. So I don't even have that. But I'm gonna ask him about that next time I talk to him. Yeah. The records is off the hook, man. It's balance, It's balance. It represents what we go through in every day, in our everyday lives. Everything ain't tofu and vegan meals. Sometimes you go through other shit, real shit. It could be, I'm not to say that that's not real shit, but just all the different emotions of life we're touching on in the album, not just one emotion. We're touching on different emotions in the album. So, I produced the whole album and Cam wrote it. Cam's an amazing. How many tracks? I think there might be 12, 13. I'm not sure yet. We're trying to decide. Might be about 12 or 13 tracks on Holy Ghost 2. Yeah, about 12 or 13 tracks. I think, isn't there a full moon tonight? I think there's a full moon tonight. I'm gonna go and do my rituals tonight. I think it's full moon, ritual time. I'm gonna have me a little drink tonight, family. I'm gonna have me a little drink, and I'm going out. I'm going out to do my little ritual. Who mastered it? Sunray. Cambada's mixing. We use a service called eMastered, and we're also getting help from a brother, eBase. Shout out to eBase. He's been a great help lately with the album. He's an amazing engineer. We was just up at his spot. He's done work. He's a producer and engineer. He's done work with Just Blaze. I mean, pretty much you name him, he's done work with. A lot of artists in the game that was around in the early 2000s. So shout out to eBase for, we've been getting support. We want to get more support. And if you out there and you can help me and Cambada get this good word out there to the masses, let us know. Holla at me. My contact info is all over the place. His is all over the place. Holla at us. We need all the help we could get from the family so we could make, what we're doing the mainstream. We got to create the new mainstream. We got to create the new pop culture. What I'm saying? Where our narratives aren't controlled, like Dr. Valentine said. Sometimes, certain people will have you do some wild shit and record it, and now they got something over you. So you can never have your own opinion. Because you know what? If you do, hey, we got these tapes we gonna release, nigga. Don't you dare say what you want to say. So, not to say that that's what everybody in mainstream, but we want to control our shit. You know what I'm saying? We want to control our narrative, our story, our distribution, every avenue. And that takes time, of course. And shout out to everybody who has led the way and showed how to do it. The Master P's and the Jay-Z's and the Dame Dashes and everybody who had the courage to just go out there and do what they had to do in terms of, being in this music industry. So, what's the name of the juice mentioned by Dr. Juice Plus? Yeah. Zoe Williams. Yeah, I don't watch. I gotta watch. I haven't watched Zoe Williams in a while. I gotta watch Zoe Williams. I haven't listened to him in a while. No, any features? No features. Just Red and Blue. Is on the album. This artist named X Squire. He's on the album. And besides that, there's no other features. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what y'all talking about. So like I said, pour those libations to Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, I was just talking about Bobby Hemmett the other day with Red Pill. We was just talking about brother Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett used to pour libations and call out like 60 deities, man. I'm like, God damn, is he ever gonna stop calling out these deities? That was Bobby's style. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did. And he made us not be scared of the occult realm and the metaphysical realm. So shout out to that, brother. What else are y'all talking about on here? How can I work with you or possibly send you music? Well, you can email me, if I like what I hear. And I just been busy. It's not even I hear a lot of things I like from emails. It's just timing. And a lot of times people aren't in New York and it's just the way I work. So there's a lot of factors that lead to me working with people musically, that is. But you can always email me. There's a brother that's been emailing me lately, some tracks that I told the brother he was dope. The brother probably listening like, damn, I wish he remembered my name. I forgot the brother's name. I want to give a quick shout out to this sister here, family. This sister here, she advertises with me in the beginning, and she sent me a package, and it's probably one of the most magnificent packages somebody has sent me as far as product. Let me put this sister's information on the screen. Yeah. Shout out to lotus-cards.com. Yo, they sent me this package. This sister sent me, she's a Patreon. Make sure you support me on Patreon. Y'all know YouTube is still on the bullshit. And that's why I'm busy doing other things. I have to create it's forcing me to be very creative. So, when one door closes, several other doors open up. But I have been very creative in things I've been procrastinating on, I've been working on. So I got some things, some magnificent things coming down the line. Shout out to all the Patreons who support me. I don't know what I would be able to do without y'all at this point. So shout out to the Patreon community. Like we said, support. Independent media always depends on support. This isn't some new YouTube thing or new social media thing. Back in the day, Coast to Coast AM, before they start every broadcast, they would tell the people to make sure they support by sending their donations or their monthly pledges or whatever. So this is the standard with independent media. We need the support from the people to bring the information that you're not going to get in mainstream media. Obviously, mainstream media doesn't need your support because they're backed by huge corporations that want them to continue say the things that they say. They're not going to tell you about Epstein, the shit Dr. Valentine just told you about Epstein and the Clintons and Trump and all of that. You ain't getting that in mainstream media, but there's a reason. They have to, obey the laws of the people that's paying the bills. So I want the people to pay my bills and support my platform, so I won't have to be scared about saying this or saying that. You see, Dr. Valentine, we can't even talk about vaccinations like that much on YouTube. But there's always avenues we could get the information out there to the people. So my point is saying that is this sister here is a Patreon. Show support. She's been a Patreon over 2 years, and she's just recently started advertising with me. She sent me this package of she got a set of Lotus cards. And it's dope if you play cards. It's easy to grasp and understand. She sent me some salt, some bath salt to take a bath with. It's like, smells magnificent. She sent me these candles, these Blue Lotus candles, and I forgot what the other one was called. But Lotus Kush something. I forgot what it's called, but it was just the package was just amazing, and it had like rose petals in it with the the bath thing. I mean, shit, my girl was looking at it like, damn, I can't wait to use this and take a bath. So, I mean, professionalism at its highest. So shout out to this sister. I'm gonna have to interview the sister sometime soon, but go to her website lotus-cards.com and make sure you support this sister and what she does as well. With that being said, let me see what else y'all talking about. I got about 5 more minutes on here. What else y'all talking about here? Yo, I read I got a new book recommendation, y'all. Billy Carson. I still got to get that book Inner Space on ebook. It's been hard, man. I had one company trying to charge me $800, and I'm like, damn. When they like, well, because the book is old, and we have to be delicate, and we have a certain machine. I'm like, damn, $800 to transfer it to ebook. Shit, man. I'm only charging $5-10 for it, but like, damn. So I got to find somewhere where I could get it transferred cheaper. But that's dealing with the inner space. But a new book that is available on Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller. If you are into metaphysics, which you probably are because you're listening to this Dr. Valentine program, Billy Carson. I hit the brother up, man. He ain't hit me back, man. Somebody holler at him, man. Tell him, yo, Brother Rich trying to get an interview with you. But the brother Billy Carson, whoo, shit. Thorough, brother. Thorough. Research is thorough. The name of the book is The Emerald Tablets. It's dealing with the hermetic laws of the universe, but I think it's called the Emerald Tablets. If you just Google Billy Carson Emerald Tablets, it'll come up. No, I don't have a book list on my website. I gotta get that. Yeah, $800. Yeah, I'm just reading some comments, but yeah, Billy Carson. Am I saying his name right? Shit, I think it's Billy Carson. Oh, yeah, just checked out Billy Carson's channel. Yeah, Billy Carson, he deals with the fractal holographic universe. He deals with, the Atlantis and all of that, these ancient civilizations. Yeah, he be on Gaia, yeah. See, y'all hip. Y'all know what's up. See, I got the best listeners out there. They know about all this stuff. Yeah, Billy Carson, he's the truth. I'm trying to get him. Y'all hit him up. Tell him he got to be on Brother Rich channel. Shout out Sun Ray. I appreciate the support. Yeah. Everybody. Sandra Barksdale. What's up, Sandra? Good evening. He's on Coast to Coast a lot? Yeah, I didn't know that. I haven't listen to Coast to Coast in so long. Yeah, listen to Billy Carson, y'all. Do this. Thorough in his research. He's the best. He's one of the best out there. I just got put on to him. Matter of fact, he's on Dame Dash channel now. Dame Dash got a YouTube channel, and I think he's doing this program with Dame Dash on a regular. So shout out to Dame for tapping into that. I gotta get Dame Dash. I hollered at Dame Dash. I hit him on the DM. What's the best way to hit up these people, man? Because I be hitting them up on the you know who else I hit up? Seven Bomar. I hit him up on a DM on Instagram. Ain't getting no response from nobody, man. So if there's a better way to reach out to these people, y'all gotta let me know, or y'all gotta let them know that, post up the PayPal car Rain. Is that the sister Rain who just put me up on Bochica? Car Rain Water. I think that's sister that just put me up with Boch. Is that what's up, sis? Rain. Sis, that's you, Rain? I think that's you. Peace to that sister. I gotta get that sister. I gotta know what kind of product, because I be seeing you set up at these events, and I definitely want the people to know about what you do, Rain. She just helped me out big time with the Shaka Zulu video. I'm talking about big time. So I owe that sister a favor. I appreciate the help that sister did, and I want to show support for what you got going on, my sister. But Bochica came through. I hope I'm saying the brother's name right. He came through big time with the makeup, the tribal war paint and everything. So shout out to Bochica. I got to see if he's still in town. Yeah, Seven Boma. Yeah, he's dope. Hit him on Secret Energy. All right, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna see what's up with him. I would love, man. Listen, I gotta get back to Ralph Smart. Man, yo, you know what would be dope? You know what would be a dope lecture, y'all? You know what would be dope? Do you think the lecture scene will become extinct? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I do not know. I don't think it'll ever be extinct. Nah, it may go underground again. It may not be as commercial, but it'll never go extinct. Like, people been gathering. There's been secret societies, lodges. Like, there's always a gathering with information somehow. People, information is everything. So, you like the trailer? Sunray, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm talking and then, Ralph. Yeah, I was about to say Ralph Smart. This is what I was going to say, family. Yo, you know what would be a dope lecture, conference? If I bring in Ralph Smart, Billy Carson, and Seven Beaumont. Now, all of these three brothers is not brothers that we see in the quote unquote this conscious community that everybody's aware of. The regulars. It'll just be me going out of the ordinary. I've never had any three of them on my channel, so it'll be me bringing in three people that has never even been on the channel. But that right there, shit, that'd be wow. I think that'd be powerful. So if y'all know these brothers, tell them that Brother Rich is trying to contact them. I hit him up on a DM. But yeah, Ralph Smart, Seven Beaumont, and Billy Carson. Maybe I got to get him for the God Frequency documentary as well. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that as well. Yeah, that would be fire. What y'all talking about up in here? That would be power. Zoe Williams. Now, Zoe Williams, I don't think Zoe Williams is metaphysical. This is like a metaphysical lecture I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But maybe does he deal with the metaphysics, Zoe Williams? I know the brother's brilliant, but I don't know exactly. Black Magic. There's an alternative alcohol called kava. So no need to drink tonight. I'm going to look into that, Kurt. Kurt told me to mess with the kava. Side note. When me and Cambada made Shaka Zulu, since we talking about drinks and stuff like that, this is really like behind the scenes info that is going to be part of the deluxe package of this album we got coming out. But I'm going to share with y'all. When we made that song Shaka Zulu, it was the first song we did for this album. The first concept we even came up with for this album. It just like immediately came out. But we had like a $40 bottle of tequila. We had some tequila. You drink your music and you got the spirits flowing and but anyway, we had some tequila and we were sharing some. It was a Don Julio, a real good quality, real good quality tequila, and we were sipping on that, and I was making a beat. And then Cambada just said out of nowhere, he was, he paced around the room. He paced around. I'm just sitting down. I be making a beat, music blasting. He pacing around. Then I know he's just like, Shaka Zulu. I was like, oh shit. He was like, yo, that shit sound like, he was like, yo, that shit sound like it's saying Shaka Zulu. And I was like, yo, we keeping that, yo. I was like, yo, that shit sound crazy. And he started flowing. It sounded crazy, and I recorded on my voice memo on the iPhone, and I was like, yo, we gonna come back to this. So we did that. I recorded the beat. We did the voice memo. Then eventually we came back to it months later, and it still wound up. The first song we did for this album, and it happened to be the first single, and it's gonna be epic. So, yeah, man. What y'all talking about? Rich drinks alcohol. You better off to dead that. Okay. We have kava in the freezer at my. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm looking to that. The kava. I'm looking to that. The kava. I'm definitely gonna look into that. So hard. I can't wait to hear that. Yeah. Yo, I gotta get Aquarius Maximus back on here. I want to have her as a regular. I gotta set it up where the video and everything with the live stream. I'm gonna take care of that. I'm like I said, I haven't even been on YouTube that much lately, so I'm gonna get back into YouTube. I'm gonna create another channel. If YouTube don't clean up this mess that they trying to do with this channel, I'm gonna create another channel. I'm gonna have to tell y'all to go to that channel for the new videos. Aquarius Maximus will eventually be back on here. Yeah, no, Ralph Smart. I talked to him. I just haven't talked to Seven Bomar and Billy Carson, but Ralph Smart, I hit him up on a DM. He hits me right back, or he hits me and I hit him right back. We just gotta chop it up about this interview and everything else, or getting him on to the channel for an interview. So yeah, Ralph Smart, I definitely locked in with that brother. I just need to find a way to create some type of dialogue with Billy Carson and Seven Beaumont. Yeah, Mon Kenny got some stuff. Oh, Aquarius Maximus predicted the earthquake from LA. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that. Yeah, Guap Coin. Yeah, she got the Guap Coin, the cryptocurrency Guap Coin. Shout out to Aquarius Maximus with Guap Coin. That's something else. I definitely want to talk. Shout out to Chicago Crypto. I think what's the name? Chicago Crypto Bully. That brother too. He was schooling me a couple of months on the cryptocurrency. So shout out to both of them. Brother Rich is okay to have every once in. Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen, hey, I do me. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a drink sometimes. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. If anybody else ain't into that, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? I like fine tequila, like good quality tequila. I like good quality brown. They got this brown called Remy Mar 1738, real good quality cognac. And there's this red wine that me and my girl get sometime, sweet red wine. I forget the name of it, but yeah, I'll drink red wine, some brown. I can't mess with regular Henny. It's too harsh on me. I'm not a young boy no more. But the 1738 or some real good quality tequila, I'll mess with. But when I'm doing music, or if I'm, like I said it before, like I've done Henny Magic before in the past. I've done Henny Magic, and the shit has been tremendously successful. I'm not advising it to everybody, but I've done some hell of a successful Henny Magic in the past, some rituals with Hennessy. So shit. Oh, try Don Julio 1942. I think that's the brown version, right? I think that's the brown. I've never. Yeah, everybody come back from the west, the islands, the Caribbean with the white Henny. Everybody come back with that. That's cool. I tried it a couple of times. See, people already. Billy Carson, man, you got to come on my show because people ordering your book already, man. Shout out to Billy Carson. All right, Jenny Magic, no, Henny Magic. No, not Jenny Magic. I said Henny Magic. I'm making a point. People that know me, I've said before on the show, we was talking about rituals. And I was saying how, I do, I did rituals with Hennessy before. It just put me in a certain zone. I'm going to explain that more in depth. I got this, like I said, I got some things coming down the line this year that's absolutely amazing, family. Yeah. Another sweet red wine is Porto from Portugal. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The beautiful Lady G says Porto, another sweet red wine. My lady might like that. So I keep that in mind when I'm trying to impress my lady. The webinar, the link is in the description bar for the webinar. Yeah. Mad Dog. I am not responding mad. I can't drink no shit called Mad Dog 2020, man. Stop playing with me, y'all. Talking about Mad Dog. Y'all crazy as shit. Find out if Billy Carson is a bio-bar or disinformation agent. I didn't get that vibes from the brother. And the brother's actually saying some real shit in terms of the holographic matrix that we live in. And in terms of our higher consciousness, the brother's saying some deep shit. Do a Assassin's Creed Decoded. I never been into that, but I've heard a lot of things about Assassin's Creed. So I'll look into that. Keep it in mind. Y'all still talking about Bad Dog. Peace, brother Rich. Ritual time. Nikki Love. Shout out Nikki Love. Yes, it is the ritual time, isn't it? Yes. Decode the movie Robin Hood. Rich be drinking that still reserved. See, y'all just acting a fool now. Now it's time for me to go, man. Y'all just acting crazy now, man. Y'all talking about still reserved. Oh shit, y'all love how I miss y'all, man. I miss being on here with y'all, man. I'm gonna be on here more often. When I get in the zone, I get tunnel vision, and I just got to do something. I just had to this is going to be a classic album, I promise, family. And I had to get in the zone real quick. And, you know, sometimes you got to sacrifice certain things to just accomplish something. And this album has been in my forefront. So shout out to everybody. I'll probably be back on here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably be back on here tomorrow. I'm gonna be back on here more often now. Once again, make sure you support Phil Valentine this Sunday. Make sure you click on the link in the description bar for his webinar link. We got the Cash App link. Make sure you support Brother Rich via Cash App or join the Patreon. $5 a month isn't nothing to get this information like this. It's very much needed. YouTube has decided that my information is too potent. They took down live streams with KT the Arch Degree. They don't even allow me to get super chat donations from the live stream. So if you notice, you can't even give me a super chat. And shit, they take 40% of that. So they saying, I mean, goddamn, I can't even get that. You take damn near half of that, and they won't even. So make sure you support me, man. Shit, I ain't playing. Make sure you support Brother Rich. It is what it is. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's Zaza. First you trying to make me drink Mad Dog. See, that's progress. And now you support me on Patreon. I appreciate it. It's Zaza. I appreciate it. Is there a book about Dendera and the solar bark? I don't know. I gotta Brother Rich get Conjure Queen when she comes from. Conjure Queen is in Egypt? Damn, shout out to that sister. Man, she's doing big things. Yeah, I had on here once before. Once or twice. I gotta get the sister back on here. That sister, she be doing her thing. Shout out to Conjure Queen. Lanny Lavender, I donate 10 a month. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate it. And this is why I'm on here. This is why I get Phil and everybody. It means a lot. It will come back to you. Talk to my ancestors, everybody who blessed me. I'm gonna make sure they, and even not just even myself. Shit, I'm multidimensional. I'm not just here. Shit, I'm in another dimension. I'm big business. We all big business. We not just our avatar. So I'm gonna make sure my high consciousness supports those who support me. But yeah, we not just this biological avatar. You know what I'm saying? We more than that. This is just our spacesuit. This is how I navigate down in this time-space continuum. You know what I'm saying? We got these melanated spacesuits, so we have advanced spacesuits. We have very advanced spacesuits. Very advanced spacesuits. So, but shit, I'm big business. I'm big time effort. You know what I'm saying? I'm light. I'm a light body. I'm light body. I'm that divine light. You know what I'm saying? So we all that divine light. You know what I'm saying? Don't confuse your avatar with who you are. This is just our avatar. The eyes just show us what we are aware of. So we think, that we're the avatar. So it just keeps showing us this very limited reality. But I tapped into some shit. I got to keep going back to this album. I tapped into some light body, some crazy, some powerful music gods on this album. Yeah. So I got to talk that talk, Rich. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, man. Like I said, once again, man, I miss y'all, man. I miss being on here with y'all, man. I got a genuinely great audience, great listeners, a lot of help, a lot of support. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make me feel good it feels good to do something that you love doing for a living. So I very much appreciate it. I hope y'all seen that video I posted prior about sometimes spiritual people can't find soulmates. That was a good video. And I'm going to continue to just ask good questions and do great interviews for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're going to support each other. I'm hoping I'm helping y'all in your spiritual evolution, in your spiritual journey. It's a journey. It's a lifetime journey. So don't get discouraged if things don't go your way for a year, 2 years. It's just a lifetime journey. This is for your soul. it's bigger than the ego. It's bigger than getting the bag. It's bigger than the smaller things. It's this is for your soul. Your soul is going to thank you. It's thanking you right now as you go into this, man. Yeah, the video's going to be up on Friday. He's saying put the track on. The video's going to be up this Friday. Shout out to Empress B444. Yeah. Give it thanks. Yeah. Shout out Tia, Tony. Master Reporter. Yes, I appreciate that, Tony. I definitely appreciate that. Yes. I love your music and your educational content. Appreciate it. I'm serious. Reverend Ike, yeah, Reverend Ike. Yeah, I'm doing something on Patreon soon called Reverend Ike Sundays. Where I'm just gonna. Like I said, I got a lot of things coming, and some things I've been saying Blue Pill's coming, and I still ain't do the video with him. He's been traveling all over the world. It's just been a little busy and difficult this year. I don't want to say difficult. It's just been a little different for me this year with a lot of different things going on. But I appreciate everybody for being patient with Brother Rich. Make sure y'all remember when last time Blue Pill was here, we was talking about the importance of gratitude and how everything is in this time space continuum is based on frequency, and one of the closest frequencies to what we call God is appreciation. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Make sure tonight, being that it's a full moon and all, go on a 5-minute appreciation rampage. And I get that the term appreciation rampage, I get that from Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Y'all know her as Abraham. She was in the documentary The Secret. She got super dope stuff. I studied her for years. Like she slept on because she's white, and a lot of people think her shit is just basic, but she going real deep. And I said she's white, like, whatever that means. I don't know. I know she's she's obviously don't got the melanin I got, but she's tapping into something. So, I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, and I appreciate her for what she has contributed to my spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? And she do what she do. She's here for what she's here for. I'm here for what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I got a certain group of people that I got to uplift. She got a certain group, and ultimately we want to lift the whole of humanity, but, all of us got our own style. So she had her style, I got my style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she is excellent. She's very excellent. But before I leave, make sure y'all go on a 5-minute appreciation rampage. Time yourselves. Everybody got timers on their phone now. For 5 minutes, just say what you are appreciative for. So I'm going to do 2 minutes for y'all right now. Just to give an example and then motivate and encourage people, let them know that this shit is very, and I don't want to say shit to make it seem like it's not important, but sometimes I just say that. But this is some extremely important stuff that we could do. One of the most important things we could do is continuously stay on a frequency in which we want to experience. We have to do more emitting our own frequency instead of absorbing everybody else's frequency. Because this is the social media era, we do too much absorbing of everybody's frequencies. Too much absorbing. And it's good to learn from what's going on and study and know, but we have to emit a little bit more of our own frequency at this time. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't going to change. We see what social media is about. It's going to stay the same. What we have to do is change our frequency, and, we're going the right direction. So by doing a 5-minute appreciation rampage, you are emitting a certain frequency of what you love. Therefore, your higher self can deliver it to you. Your brain doesn't create consciousness. Your brain is a hyperdimensional antenna that grounds higher dimensional consciousness in this space-time continuum, in this fractal existence we live in. So you have to tune in to certain vibes. Get on a certain vibe. You may have to dress a certain way to feel a certain. Do what you got to do to feel good. If ladies, put on some makeup. Fellas, go get a shape up or whatever it is you do. Light some incense. Go eat a damn tofu burger. Whatever it is you do. And I don't want to say tofu burger, but go eat some fruit. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna go out there and enjoy this moon energy and sip on a little spirits. That's what Brother Rich gonna do, and Brother Rich gonna investigate this kava that the brothers in the chat and the sisters was telling me about. But I'm gonna do mine real quick. I'm gonna just do 2 minutes because I gotta get out of here. Y'all keep kids 11 o'clock, man. But I told y'all I miss y'all, so I keep saying I'm gonna go and then I stay. That's because I love what I do and I love talking to y'all, vibing and kicking with y'all for so long. I'm gonna start mine. I'm gonna show you how I do it real quick. All right, so I'm starting mine. I'm gonna do 2 minutes, family. All right, first I would like to say I appreciate everybody in the chat room. It feels beautiful to be on the computer and know I have so many listeners listening to me. It feels good to know. I appreciate having 1,000 people in the chat room for Dr. Valentine. I've only done like 1 or 2 shows this whole month, and just to know that I could come on the computer and y'all still there supporting, waiting, and loving the content, I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate the support I got on here from Cash App, my Patreons. I appreciate my Patreons. I appreciate the ability to produce this amazing album that me and Cambada is about to release. I appreciate Cambada for coming into my life and working with me musically. I appreciate my health. I appreciate the knowledge and wisdom. I appreciate that last book I just recommended, Billy Carson that did the Emerald Tablets. I feel like that took me to another level of consciousness. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that I'm about to go upstairs and I have a lovely woman and I have a absolutely magnificent son that I can smile to, and they're going to smile back at me. And, it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the fact that I got some water here. I feel dehydrated. I've been talking so much, and I'm about to drink it. And I'm going to talk into my water because, you could change the molecular structure of your water by talking to it. So I appreciate the fact that I have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the fact that I got this candle in front of me, this Lotus candle that one of my Patreons sent me, and that they spending money to advertise with me, and they sent me a sample package because it absolutely lifts my mood. That's probably why I'm in such a good mood now. And I want y'all to support that sister. I got 14 seconds left. Listen, I appreciate Dr. Valentine for coming on the show and for enlightening me. I've been listening to his lectures for over 15 years. So I appreciate that brother for putting it down for over 30 years for our community. Yeah, y'all hear that? Listen to that. That means my time is up. So that was just 2 minutes, y'all, and I'm tired. So I could have went on and on, but I'm a little tired, man. Oh man. But just like that, just do it. And this is something we should do every night before we go to sleep. Really, realistically, and every morning when we wake up, it'll set the tone for the day, and it'll take us into that sleep realm. And while your conscious mind is sleeping, your subconscious mind will go to work on the things you appreciate. So those is 2 prime times to do your appreciation rampage, or you could do it whenever you got that, the moments, like if you take bubble baths, or if you go on walks, or if you just, a lot of times when you're in solitude, it works the best because there's not a lot of distractions around, unless you're doing the appreciation with a group of people like I'm doing right now with y'all. But so with that being said, family, Brother Rich is about to get out of here. I might be back tomorrow. If I'm not back tomorrow, I'll be back the day after tomorrow. But this album, that's what it's about. I need everybody in the chat to buy this album. Even if you don't listen to hip-hop music, buy it for a friend, a family, a relative, your children, somebody. But this is going to be a game changer, family. I promise you. Mia Cambada, Holy Ghost 2. Video premieres this Friday. Pre-orders are available this Friday. The album will be released officially next Friday, along with the album listening session. It's going to be off the hook. You're going to love it. With that being said, family, I love and appreciate all of y'all. Like I said during my appreciation rampage, this Brother Rich, I'm signing out, family. I'm going to see you next time. I'm going to play these ads. Make sure you support the brothers and sisters who got these amazing products. All right, family, I'm going to see you. Peace.
Young brother from the gutter, always been a fighter, never been a runner. Woo. Mama was a hunter, daddy was a hunter, all my brothers hunt each other. Woo. Known to knuckle up and uppercut, a slugger, punch a snuffer, stunner, thugger, gunner, stutter, blood a sputter. You gon' do the Brooklyn, pucker, kinda drummer. Father thought I was a parasite in mama belly, but he had it wrong. He ain't know he had a spawn of a warlord till in 9 months I was born. Big, black, strong, body of LeBron, I'ma be a king, killing all the pawn. Better be informed when I blow the horn, bringing in the dust, waking up the dawn, looking at a card. Ooh. Prophesized by the shaman voodoo. Seen it all through the eye of Horus that I watch and view through. There was other warriors before me, but they not this brutal. All this money, but I'm not Mabutu. You don't know me, you forgot, now you do. Shaka